Around 20 years ago, people around the world started displaying a range of special powers and abilities. With each year, the number of these cases increased. The governments of the world needed a way to organize and regulate these people. My name is Angus, and I work for the Superhuman Action Response Team. With my partner Sal, I help document these powered individuals and their exploits. Because heroes don't do paperwork. The new lights look good.
Yeah, it certainly brightens up the place.
Yeah, definitely.
It's nice, considering for the longest time we've been working with one flickering light bulb.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they, it feels weird, but I think they've started to notice that we're actually down here, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe a bad thing that they didn't notice us at the beginning, but it's a good thing now that they're sending money down here.
Yeah, 3 days in a row now. There hasn't just been garbage blocking the door into our office.
Right? I haven't had to climb over. I don't have any cuts.
No.
I mean, I found, you were right. I did still find staples in the shower, in my hair in the shower.
Yeah.
And Karen did a real number on us, but, yeah, I've been picking out staples, and I think I got the last of them out of my hair and scalp today.
Yeah, I really think she made her point with that last one.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy how they had to drag her out of the building screaming, and she vowed vengeance against us.
You think anything's going to come of that?
Probably not. No, I don't think so.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She'll bounce back. It's easy to get a job in Super City.
Yeah,
it's easy.
Huge demand for staples.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. That's even power specific jobs. She's a shoo-in.
There's a question I wanted to ask her that I never had an opportunity to, and now I don't think I will. But does she have to supply her own staples?
I was wildly curious about that too. And I think, okay, here's my theory.
Okay.
I think kind of like Pushpin, the hero Pushpin?
Of course.
Pushpin, she creates her own, her fingertips, yeah, and they kind of just keep coming.
No.
So I think that they're organically produced. They're still metal. Clearly they're definitely metal.
Okay.
I can feel them clink when they hit the bottom of my shower. But yeah, I think they're definitely there. And the wrist morphing into
a stapler.
Stapler is very Cronenbergy, Cronenbergian. It's very organic and mechanical at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think she makes them. What do you think?
Well, I'm just concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've been assuming that she's probably either classified as a mutant or maybe an enhanced. But I'm starting to grow concerned that she might be a magic.
A magic?
And that these are the
it's
byproduct.
A curse, maybe?
A curse, maybe powered by Office Supply's Elder God.
Yeah.
These are the questions we should have asked.
Yeah, a stray bunch of paper clips fell into the form of a pentagram, and it summoned a demon. And the demon made, I don't know. This is conjecture at this point, but exciting.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's probably just lightning.
Probably.
A lot of them are lightning.
99%
It's a lot of them. It's got to be. I think the numbers are, I don't think it's 99, but I think it's 78. Still way higher than you'd expect, right?
Yeah.
Good lights, though. Can't wait to see.
We get a dimmer switch or...
Maybe. Oh, just one sec. Okay. Oh, that was a jaunty knock. Actually, Sal, do you want to get this one?
Sure, I'll give him 1 second. Hey, how's it going today?
Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, yeah. It's nice to see ya. I got spat out of your elevator, so I nipped back in and I adjusted the tension there.
Oh, you worked on the elevator?
Yeah. I came down. It forcefully thrust me into the hallway, and so
wow.
you had a couple of springs back in there that were a little tightly wound, so I eased off the tension, and now it's a gentle shove.
Wow. That is... Thank you, because I was getting bruises from landing. Actually, those were one of the nice things with the garbage. You'd land sometimes on some soft garbage.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. So rude to me. My name is Angus. This is my partner, Sal. How can we help you today?
Oh, pleased to meet you, Angus and Sal. Oh, my name is, of course, Tyler McTavish.
Oh. Of course.
Nice
Tyler
to meet you,
McTavish.
Tyler.
Pleasure to meet you. Ooh,
Or Mr. McTavish? Tyler?
I go by Tyler. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's a firm grip you got there.
Oh yeah, Mr. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's essential to my trade, and also I think to make some stern eye contact when you shake someone's hand.
Huh. Wow.
That is the first thing I noticed about him is his unwavering eye contact.
Yeah,
I try not to blink.
Okay. I don't think you've blinked once since you came in.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's people find it disconcerting sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I did get. I'm sorry. I'm I'm from just down the block there, but I did get a building complaint, something about light levels.
Light levels? We got some new lights here, these new fluorescent dealies.
Oh, this is the light that you choose to have in here.
It was chosen for us, I think.
Installed, yeah.
We do think of it as an improvement. We had a bare light bulb hanging from a single strand. It was a little intimidating for people to come in. And it flickered quite a bit, right?
If you wanted to light that side of the room, you would have to bat the light bulb in that direction.
Yeah, and it was really hot.
Yeah, it would swing back and forth.
Oh, like some sort of like light bug obsessed kitty cat, like a happy little fella there.
A lot like that, yeah. We would
Very
pass the
accurate.
time with it, yeah, when we didn't have work to do.
Oh, well, that sounds.
So you're
cool.
here for light levels. What does that? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm just here for general maintenance on the building. You know, if you put in a complaint with HR or something, then the chit
Someone's
goes
phone
through.
Yeah, I think we wanted this to be a little more friendly of a workspace, specifically since we have people coming in. You know, we wanted it to be a little more friendly, a little more lively.
Oh, and you chose fluorescent lighting.
We just said, I think, did you do the form for that one?
Oh yeah, no, I submitted several work orders. All I really put in there was lighting. I didn't even provide more description than that.
Yeah, I don't think
Not
we have
very
much in the
handy.
way of options. Sal's kind of the rules guy. I'm a little more, play by my own rules. But obviously, I don't want to lose my job. So, yeah.
He plays by our rules.
Yeah, it's...
Well, as long as you play to a set of rules. I mean, I admire someone with a certain level of character. I mean, now, of course, if you wanted this to be a friendly and dramatic environment, I have a number of sconces you could choose from.
Wow.
Could you show us them? Do you have you have a big duffel bag with you. Is that tools or?
It's a number of tools and some good hardware.
Okay.
So if I just brush this out, this is, of course, a brushed pewter sconce.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the way that complements the colors in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The light hits it well.
It's slightly more modern, but
Yeah.
it does have that sort of like old castle feel to it, if that's something that you felt like you wanted to enjoy.
I think we're looking for something a little more...
Office appropriate.
Yeah, office appropriate. I was going to say futuristic. I mean, I would like futuristic, but...
I would like something warm, but not so warm as to make you feel as if you're at home. I want the message to be quite clear. This is a workspace.
Okay.
You wanted to scream workspace.
Yes.
Okay.
So what you're maybe thinking is something concealed. So what we could do is block out, of course, maybe your fluorescent light with a bit of a drop architect ceiling, something professional with clean lines, maybe out of walnut or maple with a clear coat on it, 20-degree sheen, just to let the light sort of filter through the room.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy really knows his stuff.
Sorry, you're going to have to excuse me for 1 second. Sal, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what this guy's talking about.
This is like the first guy that has come through these doors that seems to really know what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
okay. So you're okay. I'm gonna let you take point on this one because I don't get what this guy's talking about.
It's like a real professional.
Yeah, and you really seem to be jiving with him. So I'm gonna let you take point on this one. Okay.
Okay.
Just to something. I don't know what to pick. All right. Hey, Tyler. Hey, man.
Oh, hey.
So
Wait, are you fixing something while we were off talking? What are you doing there?
Well, I just noticed that the fasteners in these two IKEA desks are a little weak.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was just throwing a couple of screws in the side there. I always feel that if you put like a particle board specific screw in beside an IKEA fastener, it'll double the life of the overall piece of furniture.
Wow, that just sounds like good business sense. I'm sorry if I'm not coming off as enthusiastic. We normally have much more exciting people visit us. I don't mean that as
Angus,
no.
Angus, come on. He came to us to help us. And
Okay,
you're gonna call him out like that?
No, you're right. You're right. The world of, I feel like I should be doing more. I feel like I should be like in the action, and we're picking wall tiles and sconces.
I don't think you're giving Tyler his fair shot. Let me take a crack.
Please,
at this.
okay, go ahead.
Tyler, when you go about requesting a specific screw or bolt to shore up an IKEA piece of furniture, do you have to submit forms or maybe go through a requisitions process? What's your method of procurement for this hardware?
Well, what I usually do is I go to a Home Depot and I buy the fasteners that I like and I put them in like a nice DeWalt case, like something with like some specific removable containers in it so that I can move the screws to my work project for efficiency.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I found another staple in my scalp. Please continue.
This is fascinating.
Now, the important thing about picking out the right hardware is what I usually do is I bill. I put together my hours and I can't help noticing that your hand is almost rubbing directly into your eyes there, Angus.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
That's probably sawdust from the work you're doing.
That's it.
Oh,
That's it. It's your sawdust.
I am a dusty fella. Now, I just go office to office a lot of the time, right? Like, I mean, I'm always walking. I'm a handy fella. I like to fix things. I like to help out. May I ask what you two do down here in this strange basement room?
We're handymen of sorts.
Yeah.
People come to us when they need a hand with maybe filling out a form or getting a message out to the people, or if they just have a complaint.
You know that, okay, I'm going to picture you probably drive some kind of truck or van.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm picturing in the back there might be a coffee can or something that's just filled with kind of odds and ends.
Oh, yeah.
That's us, I think. I think this department is just the odds and ends, and we solve problems, you know?
You guys are a series of loose, unorganized fasteners, as a metaphor, of course.
I
mean,
jive with that metaphor.
That's pretty on the... Yeah, I think that's on the money right there.
Well, I mean, you know what? That sounds useful and unique. And, you know, like you got a little bag of tricks that you don't even know what you're expecting.
Oh.
You go through there, maybe you find a specific copper finishing nail or something. And you're like, oh, that's a little relic and it's real nice.
Tyler, you are just a ray of sunshine in this basement.
Okay, now it's my turn. I'm going to ask you something exciting. What is your power? This couldn't possibly... Okay, what is your power?
Oh, well, I mean, thank you for being polite and not, assuming my power given my appearance.
Not.
I mean, I am, of course, a lizard fella.
Yeah, okay, well, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I did. So thank you again for not assuming.
Well, we don't assume based on people's looks, you know?
Well, I mean, it's fairly commonplace too. I
It
think it's a testament to how far we've come over the past 20 years that people can walk around with all sorts of tails and skin, and people are not judgmental.
I've always said that whether you have scales or feathers, skin of any shade of color, as long as you fill out the necessary paperwork, you're good in my book.
Oh, an organized fella. I appreciate that.
Okay, but okay, enough about organization. What about your powers, though? Can you, like, stick to walls or, like, climb? Do you have a really long tongue?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like, a long tongue. I mean, that makes it, of course, if I drop my hammer, I can pick it up from the ground underneath me. That saves on time if you're trying to complete an operation.
Could you show me?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What have you...
Okay, I'm going to put this glass of water over here.
Okay. And I'll just...
Wow. Okay, that was cool. See,
so dexterous.
This is cool. This is the exciting thing. I want to talk about this kind of thing, not about like nails and sconces. I don't even know what the hell a sconce is. I still don't know.
I've got a question for you, Tyler. Would you be able to use your tongue to grab this pen and fill out this work order that I need signed off on?
Oh, absolutely.
Come on, that's like the lamest use of a power ever.
If I just get that pen.
Wow.
That's really good penmanship, though.
And I just feel like, I did the pen.
Oh, you can. Yeah, I'll stick the pen back.
No.
Thank you.
Okay, so long, sticky, dexterous tongue. You've got a tail. I assume that's prehensile?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, it's more of a standard. It just kind of sticks out there. Sometimes I use it for balance if I'm working at heights. Of course, I have to have a specially made harness. I mean, anything over 6 feet, you could fall and you could break that tail. I mean, it's an extension of my spine.
That would be bad.
That's just sensible. Now, is there any special regulations when you're doing rigging and scaffolding, since you have the ability to stick to a wall?
Well, I mean, of course, I'd never do it if there were other workers on site, but I've been known to just sort of, gecko my way up a wall.
That is cool. That's cool. You can climb walls.
And then clean out gutters,
Okay, that's, come on.
Perfectly reasonable use of your power.
Okay, it just... Yes, you don't need a license. That's an acceptable use of power. But like, okay, here. So you work on things. You build stuff. Have you built anything for any heroes or villains? No judgment here. I'm just looking for something exciting.
Don't even talk to me about heroes and villains gallivanting around, throwing folk through wall. I mean, do you have any idea what it feels to see your craftsmanship go to the likes of Metal Guy flying through a custom walnut wall unit?
Oh wow! I think this is really an emotional spot for you because it almost looked like you were about to blink for a second, but you didn't.
That's right. Well, I mean, I can show you. People often find the sideways blink if it's just a...
Wow. God. 2 sets of eyelids.
Jeez.
The classic sideways. I mean, and that's the thing about, of course, human lizard mutant hybrids, right? You get the double eyelids.
Yeah.
Like, so it's very half mammalian, half lizard. Some people find it very disconcerting.
Those eyes can... Oh, yeah, no, they can move independently.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Does that help in the workplace at all?
Oh, if I'm trying to keep my eye on a saw blade when I'm passing something through, and I drop a pen, I can keep an eye on both.
Wow. This sounds like one of the most amazing powers I've ever heard of. The productivity you're able to output because of it is mind-blowing. Now, I'm going to put forward a hypothetical situation, and I wanted to get your feedback on it from your perspective. Say you were presented with a situation where someone's violating a workplace safety policy.
Okay, like a villain shows up and you gotta like...
Or maybe they didn't put out the necessary signage that work was occurring and could be a hazardous work environment. And at the same time, you're on a very strict schedule. How would you use your power to manage making sure the workspace is safe while still meeting deadlines?
Oh, well, I mean, of course, deadlines are important, but none of us come to work so that we can go home at the end of the day with a life-changing injury.
I think that's safe to say. Yeah, that's very well put. Yeah.
Safety first, of course. I mean, everything starts with training. I mean, I have a 4-point training system, of course. Deals with spatial awareness, keeping it tidy in your general workplace. Of course, always looking after the guy who comes in who doesn't know what he's doing, and looking up to the guy who does know what he's doing.
These are all really great things. We should probably take a page from Tyler's book here and implement some new policies here in our
place
workspace.
needs more policy, okay?
What did you just say to me?
I don't think this place needs more policy. Do I have to fill out a form just to go on my lunch break? That seems a bit much.
It's also the rule.
Yes, I do it, but I don't want to. And sometimes I don't say the place I'm actually going to.
Tyler, could I have an aside with you real quick?
Oh, great. Yeah, you guys are going to do a side with that. Okay, fine. Yeah.
This is a new side of Angus I've never really seen before. He seems to be showing resistance to procedure. And I was curious if you have ever run into anything like this in your own experience.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes people, they try to undercut procedure a little bit. I find it's just a handy way is to let him see what you're doing. You know, okay. if you just say like, well, you know what? Instead of saying, can you please fill out this form? How about, hey, could you mind filling out this form while I fill out this other form?
Get them from your perspective.
It lets them know that you're also doing work at the same time and gets people invested in the project you're sharing.
Tyler, that's a really good point, and I'm going to try and implement it. I'll try and implement it before the end of your time here. Sorry about that, Angus.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just disappointed you didn't fill out the prerequisite B7/8 form for side conversations.
I know you're being facetious, but there is a form for that, and I think now would be a good time for me to fill out the form for Tyler and I's aside, and you can fill out the form for your and I's aside from earlier.
Sure. Okay, yes, fine. It doesn't take long, does it?
Well, no, it's only 5 sheets.
5 sheets. 5.
Yes. We can fill it out well.
But Tyler's here. Like, I mean, this isn't a chance. Like, we've got someone with a really cool power here. I want to, like... Tyler, this whole thing is recorded, and we put this out so people can become more informed. Is there anything, while we fill out these forms, is there anything you can tell us about your life and how it applies to Superhero Society? Maybe your interactions with superheroes and or incidents. I think that would be more exciting than nails. But hey, I'm old-fashioned, I guess.
Oh, hey, I mean, again, I mean, my friends sometimes refer to me, of course, as like Rep Tyler, right? I mean, that's like occasionally.
That's clever.
They do like it, right?
That's pretty good.
And so what that nickname kind of took. So occasionally, some people do come hunting for conflict, right? Which often I'll be on a job site. I'll have installed something beautiful, right? Mm-hmm. And then someone like Metal Guy. I mentioned him a couple times. I gotta tell you, he has a reckless disregard for other people's property. Comes flying through the piece I've just put in, and I've grain matched walnut up and down the front. You have the grain following through floor to ceiling. I had to order in a special 10-foot sheet. Just to
okay, but what about Metal Guy? Sorry, you were talking about a superhero there. What was that about? Superhero guy?
He comes smashing through.
And he's
right?
like fighting a villain or something?
Yeah, fighting a villain. He's grappling.
Which villain?
I believe his name was Crowjack. Crowjack.
Crowjack. Yeah. Okay.
I think he was, he was all, the shiny objects will be mine, of course. Yeah.
This is jogging my memory. I think I have the paperwork from that incident right here, and I can go over it with you if you want.
Oh, it's just, I mean, it's a very detailed thing. I mean, the most important thing to me, of course, is that I had to completely recut and respray those walnut doors for the cabinetry. It's just an unfortunate
but wait a
situation.
sec. Kojak got away. Kojak got away in that one. Can you tell us anything about that? We don't know where he's at right now. If you could tell us even just like what direction he was flying off in.
Oh, I didn't say. I mean, a metal guy came crashing through the hole, and of course, I grabbed him by the scruff, and I said, "Now you listen here, metal guy. You just crashed through some quality craftsmanship," and I threw him right back through the hole he came through. When I looked around, the crow fella was gone, but oh my God, have you ever seen such a rude pile of trash cans come going through some genuine craftsmanship?
You're preaching to the choir over here, Tyler.
Here it says duration. I don't know. It was like 20 seconds. It was a short conversation. Can I just put that estimate?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fine.
thank you.
As Metal Guy's been a thorn in my side for a while now, and I'm glad you took the time out of your day to put him in his place. Thank you for that.
Oh, thank you for appreciating the difficulty of having just a rude son of a badger. If you'll excuse my language, rude son of a badger just crashing in through the wall there, and just ruining a project that I spent hours working on.
I could not even begin to imagine the frustration you must have felt.
I can't. I mean, again, it's just. Oh, here. Sorry, the laminate on the edge of your desk is just peeling up.
Oh wow!
Wow.
There you go. Just a little bit of adhesive straight from the mouth there.
Your saliva is sealing that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool.
That one corner's got a higher quality now than the rest of the desk.
But wait a sec. You could have used this power to like bind up villains. Like, why aren't you a hero? Like, why aren't you out there fighting crime? You got a tongue, you got a tail, you can climb walls. I assume you've got some kind of camouflage thing in, but that's maybe just me assuming.
Tyler is a hero. Name a handier man than Tyler in this room. In this room.
Okay, I can't. But did you ever want to be a hero? Did you ever want to fight crime?
Well, I mean, a working class hero is something to be. I love that song. I mean, that is just... and that kind of speaks to me. I mean, I like to be helpful on a base level, and I appreciate good craftsmanship. I mean, I wouldn't want to go flinging adhesive all willy-nilly. What if someone were not wearing safety glasses?
That is a very reasonable point. These powers do have a great responsibility that comes with them.
Yeah. No, they do.
That is a fantastic...
Powers and responsibility go hand in hand.
That is both a fantastic and an original sentiment, I would like to comment. That is beautiful to me. What word? Powers?
Oh, God, he's a poet.
With large powers come fairly large...
Responsibility.
Wow.
Yeah. Equally large responsibilities.
For every little bit of power, there's an equal and opposite responsibility.
No, wow. Now, see, this is just, we're building a philosophy here on how people should treat each other when they have this enormous amount of power. Oh, man. I mean, and again, people always talk about it. I mean, it's fairly commonplace these days. It's like, if I ever uncork my pheromone glands, it's just people are always running at me, uncontrollably attracted. And I just, I want to be known for the real me. It's like everyone's all obsessed with the razzle-dazzle of, Thunder Kitten this, and the Black Stallion rides again, and Mechanical Horse fights.
Yes.
It's just, who are the people underneath? I mean, Mechanical Horse, his name's Ted.
Wow. When you provide it from that perspective, it just opens up a whole new world.
I want to know Ted, and I don't want people to know Rep Tyler. I want people to know Tyler.
What book is Ted reading in a evening? What is Thunder Kitten up to after yoga? These are the questions that no one ever asks.
Yeah.
But maybe we should start.
I think so. I think people relate by being, first and foremost, human.
All right.
And secondarily, superhuman.
Tyler, following that vein, and I think Angus is going to appreciate this next line of questioning, get to the real meat of this conversation. So you've got your lizard powers, right? You find yourself having spent a long day working in construction and doing your handyman activities, and you get home and you notice that your house has been broken into. How do you feel safe again in that house? How do you go about rebuilding that broken home?
Well, I mean, I suppose the first thing I would do is probably install a better security. So I think I would probably. And then I would, of course, like my lizard senses, I would see the remaining heat trail.
Lizard senses.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd be able to smell. I mean, you could tell. I mean, somebody broke into my house like last month, right? And I mean, he was just a local fella. I mean, who among us has not made a bit of a mistake when they were younger or down on their luck? You have to meet people where they are.
100% agree.
Can't just be chasing people down, flinging your adhesive spit at them so that the gun flies out of their hand against a wall, grabbing them by the scruff of the neck, and then just making a huge monologue about how they need to turn their life around. You can't just be doing that. You can't just grab people.
If I may provide an example from my own life, I have a superpower. It's a ring of gravity that circles my waist. I was able to trap objects in there and they get caught in an orbit. And in my younger years, I would have a tendency to take that gravitational energy and fling it at other individuals and cause objects nearby to start clinging to them and cause almost like a black hole effect around that individual. And I found it getting to be a little bit too much. And so I decided to pull back from it, and I realized that not everyone can go using these awesome powers however they see fit. I had to rein it in.
And I mean, that sounds absolutely. It sounds like a better use of your power would be something like, again,
not use it.
I mean, I'm just imagining how many tools I could have rotating around myself that I could easily grab.
A tool belt. I never even considered it.
My God.
Oh man, I mean, or I suppose you could probably even use it to make jams, jellies, or preserves.
I've got a great story about
Okay, well, I'm sorry. We don't have time for your story.
Oh, come. There's always a time for a good story about a jar of preserves.
Okay, fine. Tell them about your jar of preserves. Okay.
I'll gloss over the first part a little bit. I was in a strawberry field when I was much younger.
Spare me no detail. How did you get to the strawberry field?
All right. So we packed into my mother's powder blue Mercury.
What year?
1992.
Oh, that's a good year for the Mercury.
Yeah. We drove out to the local berry farm.
Oh, what was the name of the berry farm?
Oh, come on.
Bisquick's.
Bisquick. I used to pick berries when I was young there.
Oh, you went to Bisquick's?
Absolutely.
I love Bisquick's. The little cup of juice you would get at the end.
Oh, so good.
So good. So we get to Bisquick's berry farm. I get out of the car, grab my basket, and go out into the field with my mother.
Oh, now, was that a basket that was woven, or are you talking more like a berry bucket?
Is there a difference? Really?
It was actually an heirloom berry basket handed down through the generations of the bedfellows.
Oh, that sounds like a special basket. How do you feel when you hold that basket?
It makes me feel safe, but it also lets me know that I have control of my own destiny.
Oh, that's... Angus, how do you sit in this room with this fascinating individual all day long and just not sit spellbound by the details of his life?
I'm liking this Tyler guy.
Yeah, Tyler's great. I usually have something a little more exciting to occupy my mind. Sal will go in and start talking about one of his stories about how he caught someone's eggs at the grocery store when they dropped their eggs. It was floating around his waist, and he's like, excellent timing on my part, something like that.
You said that in the moment.
I came up with it. I don't even know where it comes from sometimes.
Yeah, and I will just think about the recent alien attack on the city and what I can do to join the fight and beat the villains and stuff.
Do you know how hard it is to buff alien blaster burns out of polished concrete?
I don't,
but we would love to hear it.
Yes, I'm actually is that hard? Like what?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be able to. I mean, first you got to start with a high grit sander or maybe a power washer.
Oh, God.
I mean, you start with something that's equivalent to like maybe you could go as low as a 50 if you're feeling nasty.
What does the number even mean?
And that will get real abrasive. You'll get right down to the substrate. Of course, wherever it changes direction at an angle is usually where you want to tape off. And then once you finish going down to the substrate, you can increase your grip.
Oh, no. I just realized something.
What'd you realize?
We have another person coming in later, Sal. Just in a few moments, we have another...
We do? 1 second. Let me check
on our
itinerary.
No, you know, it's not. You don't have to. It probably
It
might not have been
canceled it, not announced it. I'm not seeing anything.
Well, they're definitely coming, and I think it's time for Tyler to go.
Do you have the paperwork that would? Oh. Tyler, it looks like our next appointment canceled on us, so we've got plenty of time for you to continue sitting with us.
Oh, it's good because there's only 3 chairs in here. There was until I handcrafted a Maloof
When
rocker
did
with
you
my
make
tail.
that?
Oh, just while we were listening
Oh
to
my
Sal's
God,
fantastic
it's
story.
majestic. It's beautiful.
Look at the engravings on it.
Are those pictures of us?
Yeah, of course.
He captured the entire story of my berry farm adventure across the back of it.
Oh my God, the little me, my eyes are rolling.
Yes.
Huh?
I just captured. You have a charming sarcasm to you when you're not having a good time that I think must help you to bear up under the hard times, Angus.
Tyler, I'd like to apologize.
Oh.
I don't know if you picked up on this, but I've been
Bit of a sourpuss.
I've been kind of rude to you. I've been a bit of a sourpuss, as Sal would put it. I've been a bit rude to you today, and I haven't been taking your life story into account fully, and I've just been imagining myself in your shoes. I think I do that a lot with people. I don't have a power, so I'm very jealous of people that do, especially such an amazing one like your own. So I often think what I would do with that power, and I think I end up missing out on what makes people special. So I'd like to. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I would like to apologize, and I would also like you to help us pick out sconces for the room.
Oh, now
That's big.
Oh, that is now. I've been thinking about this, and I think you might be a copper man, because it's going to evolve over time.
Hold on.
What do you
Hold
mean?
up that copper sconce to his face.
I'm just going to hold
Okay,
it
well,
up.
you don't have to. Okay, yeah.
Alongside. Oh, sorry. Is it past
It's
mine?
cold. It's cold,
Is it
yeah.
past my face? I just camouflaged a copper a little bit. Sorry, I just had this.
God, that is cool. God, that's cool. Oh, come on.
It matches his complexion perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Can't help but agree with your assessment.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll finish picking out sconces. For those of you, if any of you are still listening to this, try to do the right thing.
Would I be able to maybe get a form so that I could go on a ride along with you to maybe see how you operate out in the field?
That's a good idea. If you can get him just up and out of here, I think that's a good idea. Just for like a day.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. I think. I mean, I don't necessarily have a form. What I do have is if you come on a ride along, you bring the coffee. That's my policy when you're getting into my work vehicle.
You know what? That's a union dues I could pay into.
Oh, that just sounds like a delight. It sounds like an absolute delight. And like if you came along, you'd be an extra set of hands.
Absolutely. I could be your tool belt.
Wait a second. Do you have an extra set of hands under there you've been hiding this whole time?
Well, I mean, they're only extra as far.
Come on!
If you just if you look, it's not like there's a prerequisite number of limb. I mean, look, if I didn't have my other set of hands, where would my wing flaps come out from?
You gotta be kidding me.
Look, it's just, I guess it's not a big deal. Look, Angus, I'd like to ask you, what's your power?
I don't have a power.
No, everyone has a power, Angus.
I guess, okay, I guess I know a decent amount about superheroes.
Oh.
Like, it's a thing I've obsessed about since I was a kid. So, I know their powers and their weaknesses and who they team up with and who they fight. And
So if I named a supervillain, you could name their hero nemesis.
probably, yeah.
Huh. Stonecutter.
Grindstone? They've got like a stone-on-stone thing. It's weird.
Oh, that's marvelous. It's thematic and wonderful.
Yeah.
He can do it for any era, too. Gold Man and Sackboy.
Dr. Punch and the Twisty Kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like even old French superhero, like Joan of Sparks.
Yes, she fought je ne sais quoi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Oh my God. What about Attila the Gun?
Yeah, well, he clashed heads with Genghis Khan a bunch. Yeah.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
What a disreputable.
It doesn't really make sense, but it kind of does.
No.
Volcay Rhino.
Oh, that's easy. He fights Kevin Gunderson.
Oh, fantastic. Angus, that's the most marvelous amount of knowledge about specific things that I've ever heard.
Okay, I kind of like this guy.
Fantastic.
All right, can I come on a ride along too?
You can,
I will bring hands and coffee.
You can both come. We were going to throw up a nice post and beam house just on the outskirts. I was going to start building it so I could have a nice cookout and a good barbecue out there down by the lake. You guys can come out and do a little bit of log framing.
God, that sounds like a lot of work, but you know what? Okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Fantastic. Well, so I have a very busy day, so I'm just going to teleport one floor up
Oh, come on!
to my next appointment, okay?
That's not even a lizard thing! Hey everybody, Angus here. Sal Bedfellow is played by Matthew Wally. Matthew and I perform regularly with the Dungeons & Dragons inspired improv team, Quest Friends Forever. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Quest Friends Forever. Tyler McTavish was played by Woody McCadden. Woody teaches improv at the Improv Embassy in Ottawa. Woody is also part of the production team for this year's Ottawa Improv Festival, which runs from February 27th to 29th. If you're in Ottawa and you want to see some of the best improvisers from across North America, check out ottawaimprovfestival.com for the schedule and tickets. Thanks for listening.